Hey, how's it going? It's my guy knows a guy from Frenzy Sports, and I'm back with another NBA betting session. I've had a pretty busy morning. I've been up since like probably 6:30, just working on a lot of stuff. Was doing some writing too, and woke up to a stinker with my LA Clippers pick last night. Faded my home team Raptors, and woke up with a bad taste in my mouth when I saw that they only won by five. Watched the highlights. Looked like the Raptors were in the game most of the time, for most of the game. And the Clippers were able to claw through at the end. Looks like Kawhi Leonard had some funny business going on in the box scores. I noticed that he didn't really start shooting until later. Hey, what's up, casual? Just want to really talk about a couple of the bets that I've already put in for today. I had some success with some props yesterday. Only posted the Clippers pick, but if you were able to join us on Twitter Spaces in the evening around 6, I did jump on the Dallas Mavericks after Jimmy Butler was ruled out. That came through pretty easily. Had a little bit live on it as well, and then I won some Kyrie props, the over 26.5 with my boy Sosa the Locksmith, and then I played the Kyrie over 2.5 threes. That also cashed. I really just want to get my thoughts out today. It's going to be super brief because even though there are a lot of NBA games, I've already done my research, just kind of monitoring the lines. And the first pick that I'm rolling with today is the Celtics minus 10.5 versus the Orlando Magic. The Celtics are a team whose bench does not have a good reputation in the NBA, and they've only covered, I think, one of the last five games. But a couple of their bench pieces like Neesmith and Pritchard are playing a lot better. The Celtics' offensive efficiency is light years ahead of the Magic the last three games. Even though the Magic have won 3 of 4 games, the Magic lineup is not prepared for the defensive intensity that I expect to see from the Celtics tonight, even without Jaylen Brown. We should have Kemba Walker tonight. The spread is high. I tweeted yesterday I was probably going to jump on this game just because of the spot, the situation, and I think it's time to fade the Magic. So the first game that I have already locked in is the Boston Celtics minus 10.5. The second pick that I locked in is the Memphis Grizzlies money line minus 140. The other night I was talking about pretty much, I was saying on the other video, not the other night, the other morning, that if you guys were with me during the other session, that it's going to be time to take the Memphis Grizzlies the next time they play. They play a weaker opponent, the Minnesota Timberwolves, a team that has been playing better of late. But I think that these guys are going to come into tonight in playoff mode. Ja Morant was ejected from the game at the end of the game against the Knicks. The matchup against the Knicks was a game that the Memphis Grizzlies sort of expected to win. It didn't go their way. Some stuff was going against them with the rest. They have the talent. They have the lineup. Jaren Jackson Jr. Is out with rest tonight. That's the only blemish on the injury report. The line is minus 3.5. I've already locked in the money line minus 140. I think it's up to minus 145 now. And I think that we're going to see an intensity from the Memphis Grizzlies tonight, and they should beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. So far I have the Boston Grizzlies. I said Boston Grizzlies. Why not? Boston Celtics minus 10.5. Memphis Grizzlies money line minus 140. And the last pick that I have for today, in terms of sides, is the moneymaker that we've been riding. If it fails tonight, hey, it is what it is. I've been playing it probably like 5 of the last 6 times it's happened. I started posting it like 2 times ago. I'm going with the New York Knicks first half plus 2. I know that Nerlens Noel is still questionable for tonight. They're going to need him for the long haul. The Denver Nuggets, historically, they have performed well against the Knicks, but it's different teams in different years. The Nuggets also beat them in New York earlier this season, so if you're into the revenge thing, that could be an angle as well. But I'm just going with them in the first half. I think the Knicks will get it done. It's just how can it's undeniable. How can we not take it? Maybe not bet the house because the Nuggets are looking to bounce back and establish a foothold on the 3rd seed after the Clippers laid another egg last night. Shout out to the dumpster juice Clippers last night for what they did. Just want to say thank you guys for watching this as well. I'm probably speaking really fast. There's a lot going on today. I will be back later on the Twitter Spaces to combine some of the great minds, and we just talk about the games. So far I have the Boston Celtics minus 10.5, the Memphis Grizzlies money line minus 140, and the New York Knicks first half +2. I did look at some props. I did not lock the props in yet, but there are two that I am looking at. I'm looking at John Morant over 20.5 points and Michael Porter Jr. over 2.5 threes. Porter Jr. is a high volume 3-point shooter. Now, especially in the absence of Jamal Murray, he only hit 1 3 the previous game, but he hit 3 or more in the previous 7 games before that. No, I'm sorry, the previous 6 games before that. So I think that 3 is obtainable for Michael Porter Jr. today. Michael Porter Jr. over 2.5 threes is something I'm looking at. It's kind of juiced. It's like minus 140. The Knicks, they play good 3-point defense, but this guy Porter Jr. is approaching like 40 minutes played in most of his games. So that's it, really. 2 props. I'm looking at John Morant over 20.5 points, Michael Porter Jr. over 2.5 threes, and my main 3 plays that I've already put money on are the Boston Celtics minus 10.5, the Memphis Grizzlies money line minus 140, and the New York Knicks first half +2. Hopefully we can bounce back today. We all know it's a marathon. I don't really judge myself based on one day, but it is a mini slump to lose a couple of days in a row when it comes to the spread plays. I've been having some success with the props. I wish you all a great day. Join me later on Twitter around 6 o'clock for Twitter Spaces. And if you can, subscribe to this channel, the Frenzy Sports channel. Hit me with a like if you guys enjoy the content. I'm here to just analyze and just try to do what's right. I'm trying to go for what works. I've established what works over the long haul of the season, and I just want to get back to what works. That's really all there is to it. Thank you, Simba, Robert, Anthony, Casual, Cedric, Anderson. Thank you guys for watching this. Simba said Evan Fournier is balling. Yeah, that's also something to look at too. Maybe some Evan Fournier props on the threes even. He's shooting pretty well, but it is against his old franchise, the Orlando Magic. And I do think Michael Porter Jr. will hit the over 2.5 threes. It's early in the day. You guys enjoy your day. I'm working on something. I'm working on just continuing to deliver good sports betting content, whether it's myself or in collaboration with other people who are basically on the same page, who are trying to do something positive. Everyone just stay positive, stay disciplined, and hopefully we can bounce back today. The playoffs are around the corner. Less volume in the playoffs, more money for everyone. You guys enjoy your day. Hit me with a like if you guys can. And that's it. See ya.